This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Into the left corner, Weichel 3, Butter, Braylon Weichel.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
And as the Eagles with the takeaway, Rutherford steals it, Weichel scores it. Great feed from Rutherford to find Weichel off the turnover.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilight, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Postseason play has arrived for Carson-Newman women's basketball as the Lady Eagles enter the South Atlantic Conference tournament as the number 3 overall seed. The Lady Eagles seeded third and matched up with one of the best teams in the conference, the Anderson Trojans, who are the number 6 seed. Andrew Rogers, glad you've decided to join us here on the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off here on the Eagles Sports Network as we get you set for this South Atlantic Conference quarterfinal matchup. It's the final South Atlantic Conference quarterfinal. It's been all chalk on the women's side so far. The top seeds have all prevailed in those matchups. The 1 seed Catawba took down UVA-Wise yesterday afternoon, 96-78. Lenore Ryan used a late run to stave off Coker in that other quarterfinal. The winner of this one gets Lenore Ryan tomorrow, and then just before this one got underway, or the warm-ups got underway for this one, Wingate held off a late rally from Lincoln Memorial after Alexis Smitty missed a jump shot at the end of the game that would have tied it. Ultimately, that's what allowed the Bulldogs to get to where they are. Carson-Newman's 14-6 in league play this year to put together another 20-win campaign. The Eagles are top 4 seed for the 23rd time in program history. 18-5 record all-time. 24th time this year. The Lady Eagles have been a top 4 seed in the South Atlantic Conference basketball tournament. Overall, Carson-Newman 30-30 in the Women's Basketball Championships, has 7 title game appearances and 3 SAC championships. Hoping to get back to the SAC title game. Last time Carson-Newman made it out of the quarterfinal round, they played in the SAC title game, fell to the Anderson Trojans back in Holt Fieldhouse in a 4-5 game a season ago when these two teams met. It's a rematch of the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals from last season. So these two teams meet. Anderson, one of the more explosive offenses, the top 2 offenses to play in this game. The Trojans 21-7. All 7 losses came in league play. The unbalanced scheduling did no favors to the Trojans. Had a gauntlet of a schedule in league play. Fought through it and are the number 6 seed despite being highly rated in the Southeast region. This is the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek. We're AEC member-owned and service-driven. Mike Mincy takes his team into the postseason. We'll hit his thoughts as his club prepares to battle with the Anderson Trojans for the 3rd time this season and 2nd straight year in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. His thoughts come your way when we return here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Our pregame conversation with head coach Mike Mincy heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman gets ready for postseason play today from Rock Hill, South Carolina against the Anderson Trojans. Andrew Rogers here with the head coach, Mike Mincy, for the Eagles Sports Network. Coach, third straight year, you'll play the Trojans in the South Atlantic Conference basketball tournament. Second year in a row, you get them in the quarterfinals. New format this year, though. Instead of hosting them, you're going to travel to a neutral site here in Rock Hill where all the games will be played. What's it like facing a team for the third year in a row in the postseason and second year in a row? Well, I guess 3 years in a row now. You'll face them more than 2 times.
Well, the first time we met, 21-22, we were playing in a championship game, so that was a better game to be playing in. But, last year we had divisional play. They, in my opinion, had a tougher slate than we did in terms of where they finished over there with Catawba and LR and Wingate, et cetera. And then this year we also have an unbalanced schedule, which we've talked about off air. The schedules aren't laid out evenly for everybody. So Anderson's not a 16. They're not a 6 seed in our tournament. If the schedule would have been balanced, or if it's a 24-team round robin, I can assure you that Anderson would not be 6. We might not even be 3rd. I don't have any idea. I just know that it's a good game for the fans, but it's certainly tough for us because I think Anderson's one of the best teams in our league, and when the regional rankings came out, they were number 2. You find them number 6 in our conference again because of the unbalanced schedule, but we're going to prepare for it and get over there and give it our best shot.
Let's dive deep into this matchup. Both teams in this matchup have held serve at home. You guys won at home a couple weeks ago. They won it back in December at home. It's kind of been a tale of 2 halves for your offense. The second half at home, I think it was 52 points. Maybe the first half at their place was 47, 48, somewhere in the high 40s. So how do you put that together and for a 4-quarter game, or is it hard to do that against this team?
That's a good question. I don't really have the answer. We obviously played well over there in the first half. In the second half, they tightened up defensively, and it was easier to do that on us because we stopped making shots and couldn't really get anything established inside. And then on the flip side, they were certainly making shots. So, the second half didn't go our way at all over there. In the first half over here, they kind of continued that success. They were making a lot of shots. They were pretty hot. We weren't as hot, and I found ourselves down a little bit. Not a major, but we were down, and then we came out in the second half and played much better. Didn't certainly play perfect, but we played much better, outscoring them by 16 or whatever in the second half. So, I think both sides know that each one is capable of playing really well or bad against the teams they're going up against, and, it's going to be a great battle either way.
Yeah. top 2 scoring offenses. I think I asked you this the last time we got ready for this Anderson game. In a game that features 2 high-level offenses, is it more about outscoring them, or when it matters to get stops defensively and play well on that end of the floor, that can obviously translate into buckets on the other end?
That's, again, I mean, yes, not only are you talking about the top 2 scoring offenses in the conference, you're talking about, I think, the 8th and 9th scoring offense in the country in Division II girls basketball. So, I don't know that we're going to hold them to a low number. They after they left here, I think they went to Newberry and scored 62, went to Wingate and scored 62, didn't shoot the ball well. But then the last 2 games, they've put up big numbers, which they're capable of doing. We certainly haven't necessarily stopped them. I think they scored 82 and 79. We had to outscore them here by scoring 84 points. It's a neutral site game. I don't know how well we're going to play. I don't know how well we're going to shoot it. I've never been there. Our players have never been there. You get 25 minutes on the floor to try to get acclimated to the venue itself. So it's not like, it's a place that we're going to where we've seen it a lot. And I don't know if any of their players have seen it much either, unless they've played summer AAU ball there or something. So a lot of unknowns going into this for everybody, because this is the first year we've ever had the tournament at Rock Hill. And for all these games being on a neutral side, it's going to be interesting.
You've gone through plenty of South Atlantic Conference basketball tournaments over the course of your time. As head coach, what does it take for teams that you have coached to get over that hump in the quarterfinal round and have success in postseason play? What does this group have to do well to advance?
Well, not to sound cliche, but I mean, you can't get ahead of yourself. You can't be thinking about Friday. You got to think about, for us, you got to be thinking about Wednesday. You got to take it one day at a time, one game at a time. It's going to be a difficult challenge for whoever comes out of the South Atlantic Conference tournament to win it. We've got some really good talented teams. I think you can look at the regional standings and understand that 5 of the teams that are going to be playing over there this weekend or this week are ranked in the top 6, I guess, of the region. Certainly strong at the top of our league this year, and you just got to go one at a time. And the one thing that I have learned with that is, not to overcoach, not to think, well, we're going in a tournament that you got to do all this and do all that, and you got to change things. We are who we are. We know what we're capable of doing. We know what our strengths are and what our weaknesses are, and we just got to go over and try to hopefully play more to our strengths and take away our weaknesses.
Good luck against the Trojans.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's Carson-Newman head women's basketball coach Mike Mincy. We're back for more after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
Price picks it up, and Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopcneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopCNEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCNEagles.com.
All right, back inside the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center as Carson-Newman and Anderson get set to square off for the second straight season in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. Eagles fell last year by 8 points in the quarterfinal round. That was at home, though. This is at a neutral site here in the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's the third straight postseason these two clubs will meet. They met in the SAC title game 2 years ago, the quarterfinal round, obviously, a season ago. So two teams that are certainly familiar with one another. In fact, this is the third straight year as well. The programs will meet 3 times. Incredible how it's played out that way for these two teams. Two very quality and talented clubs set to battle it out here in Rock Hill. Carson-Newman leads the all-time series 20-14. The Eagles have the 6-game advantage as we get set for meeting number 35. Anderson heads into postseason play, having won its last 2 games of the regular season over Mars Hill and Tusculum. The Trojans, as we've said, 21-7 overall. All 7 losses have come in league play. A team that has played 1 neutral site game. The same for Carson-Newman. A lot the case for some of these South Atlantic Conference teams competing on a neutral floor for the first time all season. 2 All-SAC players for the Trojans, much like Carson-Newman. Diamond McDowell, first-team All-SAC selection after averaging a double-double, 17 points and 10 rebounds. And Zamiah Passmore, one of the best all-around guards in the league, rounded out the selections with a second-team pick while also being named the South Atlantic Conference's Newcomer of the Year. Braylon Michael and Lindsey Taylor, both first-team picks for Carson-Newman, the only team with multiple first-team All-South Atlantic Conference selections. That'll wrap up the AEC countdown to tip-off. It's postseason time for the Lady Eagles and the Trojans. It's the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals set to come from Rock Hill, South Carolina. We'll step aside for a break. We get back. It's starting lineups. Opening tip-off from Rock Hill, South Carolina after this here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Okay, let's see. Carson-Newman University. It's been around since 1851. A beautiful campus, amazing student life, world-class accredited academics, competitive athletic programs, a Christian perspective, a top 10 best value school. They give $48 million in financial aid every year, and I get a free scholarship when I enroll. Looks like I've found the perfect place.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
This
Kisses it off the glass and one.
is Carson-Newman Women's Basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
Weichel off the screen, gets free. Here's a 3 and the answer. Braylon Weichel with a massive triple. It's 67-65.
Today's game is brought to you by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, Domino's, First Bank, by ShopCNEagles.com, The Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, InterDigital, by Food City, Trilite, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
All right, Andrew Rogers, glad to have you back here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, as these two clubs get set to meet for the third time this year. The third straight year they'll meet 3 times, and it comes here in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. One team's conference season will come to an end on this Wednesday afternoon in Rock Hill. Let's meet today's starting lineups. We'll start with Anderson, the visitors. Zamiah Passmore, we mentioned her in the pregame conversation. Passmore, the redshirt senior, is the newcomer of the year in the South Atlantic Conference, averaging 16 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists, joined in the backcourt by another veteran guard, a senior from New Braunfels, Texas, Brittany Stafford, who averages 14 points per game, one of the better shooters for the Trojans, a team that doesn't take many three-point opportunities. Ashlyn Sheridan rounds out the backcourt. She is a sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee. The front court consists of Diamond McDowell, the all-conference forward that averages 17 points and 10 rebounds per game. And the lineup rounds out with a 6'3 forward from Fairfax Station, Virginia, Nelia Wilson. McDowell, Passmore, Stafford, Wilson, and Sheridan for Jonathan Barbary's club. He's in his 8th year, and he has an overall record in 10 years of coaching at 192 and 105. Carson-Newman is back to its typical starting 5 after giving Skylar Boshears the start on senior day. Mike Mincy turns back to the lineup that he has used in 14 of Carson-Newman's games this season. The Lady Eagles are 10-4. It was the lineup used from game 14 on as they get announced by the public address announcer here inside the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. Carson-Newman and Anderson set to square off. The Eagles, again, lost last year in the quarterfinals, hoping for some revenge the second time around in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. To put this game in its perspective, overall, Anderson in the latest region rankings that came out last Wednesday, there's set to be another one this Wednesday. Anderson was 2 and Carson-Newman was 4. Here we are. Carson-Newman's the 3 in the South Atlantic Conference, and Anderson's the 6, a large part because of the unbalanced scheduling that put the Trojans in some difficult situations. They had to play Catawba, Wingate, Carson-Newman, Lenore-Rhine, 4 of the best clubs in the conference each 2 times. Braylon Weichel, Campbell, Penland, Tori Rutherford, Michaela Alvey, and Lindsay Taylor, the starting 5 for Mike Mincy's squad. Mincy's in his 13th season. He's got 260 career wins as Carson-Newman's head coach, hoping to put another conference championship into his trophy case. A championship in 2018 and a championship in 2022. Taylor and McDowell in the center jump circle. Carson-Newman is in the white uniforms with Anderson in the visiting gold. Eagles are the home team, the higher seed, and Carson-Newman wins the opening tap. Alvey to Weichel. Braylon's coming off that single game record for threes, nailed 13 of them. Takes a step back 3, picks her dribble up and hands it to Taylor. Back to Weichel. Long triple is up for Braylon, and it swishes in. She made 13 threes 1 week ago to set the single game record for Carson-Newman and makes her first shot in Rock Hill. Wilson, a handoff for Diamond McDowell at the top of the key. Handoff to Sheridan, who drives to the free throw line, shoots over the top, missed the shot, but Michaela Alvey fouled her on the elbow. And 2 shots coming for Ashlyn Sheridan at the free throw line. Alvey may have got her on the right elbow, and the official does signal to Mike Mincy right on the right elbow for the shot by Sheridan. 2 shots coming for the sophomore from Knoxville. First one is up, and it rolls off the iron. No good for an 86% free throw shooter. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen is the official restaurant of Carson-Newman's Eagles. Both free throws roll off for Sheridan, but a lane violation on Carson-Newman will keep it. With Anderson, Sheridan will step in for a second free throw. Bonus shot for Sheridan as the next one is back iron and miss. So 0 for 3. It'll go down as 0 for 2 for Ashlyn Sheridan. Eagles by 3, 40 seconds in. Alvey baseball pass to Braylon Weichel, who rips through at the top of the key. Hesitates inside the arc, goes to work, puts a shot up. No, but a foul called inside on Zamaya Passmore. First on Passmore, and free throws coming for Braylon Weichel. We're 45 seconds into the game, and Weichel will shoot 2. Well, Braylon Weichel continues to surprise us every other game, it seems like, with the accolades that she has racked up in her Carson-Newman career as she knocks down the first free throw. Talking about the all-time leading scorer, the all-time three-point leader. She's 6th on the all-time Division II scoring list. Continues to climb that mark, the second most points in SAC history as well. She makes both. She's got the first 5, and Carson-Newman leads by 5. 5-0 as we approach 1 minute in. Stafford a touch right wing Puts the ball on the deck, guarded by Weichel, right wing. Picks her dribble up, now finds Sheridan, right corner. Stafford looks inside, high post catch for McDowell. Steps back at the free throw line, shoots and scores. Difficult shot for Diamond McDowell. And Anderson's on the board with 8:50 to go first quarter. Rutherford into the front court. Handoff for Taylor, who gives for Penland. Campbell off a screen, bounce feed to a cutting Alfie. Turn in a shot in the lane, no. Taylor tracking down the rebound, but touched out of bounds. And possession goes back to the Trojans with 8:38 to go in the first quarter. Weichel has the first 5 for Carson-Newman on a three-pointer and 2 free throws. Samaya Passmore, the all-league point guard, brings it up and leaves it off for Sheridan, right wing. Ashlyn Sheridan off a screen, gets into the lane, hangs, shoots, and gets the friendly roll off the back of the iron and through. 4 straight for Anderson, and it's 5-4. 8:15 and counting first quarter as Tori Rutherford reverses to Michaela Alvey, left wing, lob, left block. Taylor, right-hand dribble, goes to work inside, got blocked by Nelia Wilson underneath. And Carson-Newman will keep possession with 19 on the shot clock. Looked like Wilson took one to the jaw as Taylor went into the lane. Wilson needs a second here to spit something into the trash can. May have lost a tooth and is bleeding. So she gets attended to by Anderson's athletic staff with 8:10 to go in the first quarter. Jonathan Barbary comes over to check on his efficient center. And a stoppage here. Wonder if Anderson's going to have to sub for Wilson getting attended to. Not yet. May have been bleeding lower lip. And is still trying to get that worked out with the athletic trainer. So 2 buzzers go off. And it looks like Anderson's going to have to bring in a bench player, Olivia Jonigan, into the game. A freshman forward will have to replace Wilson. Anderson not able to attend to Wilson's need quick enough, so they have to go to the bench early. Ball inbounded, and Passmore knocked it out of bounds. Weichel was trying to get the pass in the far right corner, and it was deflected out. Eagles will inbound far sideline, moving right to left in this opening quarter, up by a point here in Rock Hill. South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. Alvey catch and shoot 3 off the right of the iron. Rutherford the offensive rebound. Kick out. Campbell Penland catch and shoot top of the key 3 right of the iron. Rebound secured by Diamond McDowell underneath her first. Into the front court. Passmore's got it into the lane. Penland whipped it away. 2-on-1 the other way. Braylon Weichel inside the arc. Stops at the elbow. Shoots and hits. Braylon Weichel's hit her first 2 shots. She has 7, and it's 7-4 Lady Eagles. 7:40 to go first quarter. Stafford at the controls, crosses the timeline, looks for a handoff with Passmore. It's not there, so she dribbles, does Stafford to the left wing. Into the lane, Stafford shoots over Weichel and got the friendly roll. It hit every side of the iron and falls through for Brittany Stafford. 7-6, 2.5 minutes in. Rutherford long skip to Alvey, left wing. They throw it over the top. Taylor to the catch and the left hand layup off glass. Beating Olivia Jonigan, who's in for the center Wilson, who's on the sideline. 9-6, 3 minutes in. Passmore walks it across. Dribbling with the right hand at the top of the key off a Jonigan screen. Pops over Rutherford and swishes it in. 2 of the best offenses in the South Atlantic Conference cooking early on. Anderson hasn't missed from the field and trails by a point. 9-8. 6:50 and counting first quarter. Alvey with it, the basketball, right wing. Chest pass to Campbell Penland, who rips through and hands it back to Alvey. Lob to Taylor, right elbow. Taylor faces, pump fakes, backs down. Jonigan turns, left hand hook in the lane. Hits the back of the iron and falls off. Rebound McDowell. McDowell in transition off to Passmore, the trailer. McDowell steps back. Here's a long 3 from the wing. It's short. The first miss for the Trojans, and Michaela Alvey's there for Carson-Newman's 3rd rebound. First defensive rebound in transition. Eagles working around. Rutherford's wide open. Left wing 3. Nothing but net. Tori Rutherford knocks it down, and Carson-Newman's up by 4. Eagles have nailed 2 triples here in the first 4 minutes. Samaya Passmore dribbles to the left wing. A chest pass off for Ashlyn Sheridan. Sheridan steps back, wants 3, and hits. Ashlyn Sheridan from downtown. She's got 5 points on just her 24th 3 of the year. Alvey And the Eagles quickly the other way. Taylor passes out of a double team to Penland, who drives inside through contact. Missed the shot. Passmore the long rebound. 3-on-3 the other way. Passmore to the bucket. Got blocked by Rutherford. Excellent defense for Torrey Rutherford. 5-on-4. Passmore down on the other end. Alvey hands off. Weichel's wide open. Here's a three. Back iron miss. Penland the rebound, but collided with Stafford, and Sheridan takes it away for Anderson. Sheridan handoff for McDowell in transition. McDowell to the bucket. Right-hand layup. No good through traffic. Rebound Alvey. Alvey skipped to Weichel at the timeline. Braylon reverses Torrey Rutherford. Catch and shoot three. This is left of the iron. Passmore skies up for the defensive rebound. Both teams getting some good looks in transition. They're not falling. And it's 12-11 as we approach the halfway point of the opening quarter. Samaya Passmore dribbles top of the key. Chest pass off for Ashlyn Sheridan. To Diamond McDowell and back to Passmore at the right wing as she jab steps on Rutherford. Skips it to Stafford. Pump fakes the catch, shoot three. Dribble drive. Back to Passmore, who puts it on the deck and got fouled on her drive into the painted area. Torrey Rutherford reaches in, gets Carson-Newman's second foul of the opening quarter, and the first on Rutherford. Lady Eagles by a point with 4:44 left in the opening quarter. Carson-Newman's hit two threes and has 7 early points from Braylon Weichel to have the 1-point lead as we come to a break in the action. Eagles by a point here in Rock Hill. We're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Andrew Rogers, glad to have you back here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Carson-Newman leads by a point, but it's Anderson basketball out of the timeout. And Elia Wilson back on the floor after taking that hit to the jaw. Got that attended to. Now back on the floor. Anderson ball. Stafford steps back at the elbow, shoots. Weichel may have got a piece of it. Rogers the board, but threw it away. Right to McDowell. McDowell crosses over. Reverse layup. Got the roll. Rogers was falling out of bounds. Had to keep it in play. Yet instead, it's a turnover. Back to McDowell and the Anderson Trojans, who make them pay. And the lead for the Trojans is by a point. First time they've led so far. Gonzalez spins in the lane and took an extra step. Got met by 2 Trojans near the painted area and turns it over. 4:14 to go first quarter. And Anderson takes the basketball back over. Trojans 6 of 10 start from the field. Carson-Newman's 4 for 12, but the Eagles have hit an extra three-pointer and have 2 free throws to Anderson's nothing. Stafford catches the basketball in the left corner, finds a cutting Sheridan along the baseline, keeps it in play with a pass to Passmore, who shoots a 3 and left it short. Rebound Weichel along the baseline. Braylon in transition, crosses half court, guarded by Sheridan, steps back, deep 2 for Braylon. Right of the iron, no good, and we've got a foul underneath going for the rebound. McDowell was hit by Emily Gonzalez. First on Gonzalez, her team's third. With 3:50 to go first quarter, Eagles haven't scored in 2.5 minutes, but only trail by a point, and have missed 4 straight during this cold stretch. Pass more to Sheridan. Looks inside to the high post. Free throw line touch for Elia Wilson. It's a 3-out, almost 2-in look as Wilson hits the deck and collides with Stafford underneath. A foul called going inside. They get Lindsay Taylor for the personal. First on Taylor, and that's already 4 team fouls with 3:34 to go in the first quarter. So Taylor's first. 4 different Eagles have a foul in the opening period, and Anderson will inbound to Wilson, right elbow. Inside, Stafford, high post touch. McDowell, here comes the double. She throws around it. Gonzalez blocks Wilson's shot out of bounds. And another baseline inbound for the Trojans with 3:26 left in the opening quarter. Good recovery defense underneath by Gonzalez to swat the Wilson layup attempt. Wilson 6'3", Gonzalez 5'7". Inbound into the opposite corner. Stafford catch and shoot three, misses off the iron. Rebound, Keely Rogers. Rogers, Gonzalez, Boshears off the bench for Mike Mincy's group. Gonzalez handoff for Boshears, 3:15 to go first quarter. Skylar to Keely. Catch right wing, Gonzalez triple. Bounces in and out, halfway down and out. McDowell the board and pushing the other way to Passmore, who stops at 16. Strong on the shot. Gonzalez up into the air for the rebound. Strong board for Emily. She takes it the other way, dribbles toward the right wing where she just missed that three-pointer. Now passes it off to Taylor, right baseline. Taylor lob to a cutting Rogers, who gets fouled from behind. And that's 2 fouls on Zamaya Passmore. Well, a developing story here in Rock Hill. Passmore's got 2 personal fouls with 2:49 to go in the first quarter, and that'll drop Peyton Oliver off the bench. So Jonathan Barbary has to bring his all-league guard out of the game with 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Oliver's been solid off the bench, 4 points per game, but you lose 16 points per game in Passmore, who goes to the bench now as Rogers swishes in the first free throw, and the Lady Eagles end a 3.5-minute drought. Beneficial for Carson-Newman that it's gone on this cool drought offensively and has tied the game with Rogers going 1 of 2. 13 all. Maddie Knuckles into the game for the first time. So 4 bench players surrounded by the all-time leading scorer for Carson-Newman women's basketball and Braylon Weichel. Top of the key touch for Sheridan. Reverse it to Wilson, or pardon me, that's Stafford left wing. Stafford looks inside, now throws it to McDowell. Left baseline, backs down Rogers, steps into the lane, fades away, and bricked it off the backboard. Ball loose on the deck. Gonzalez gets pushed from behind by Brittany Stafford, and a foul called by Stafford. Gonzalez active underneath for Carson-Newman. Gets fouled by Stafford. First on Stafford, third on Anderson here in the opening quarter. We're square at 13. Braylon Weichel will walk it across the timeline. 2:20 and counting in this first quarter. Weichel chest pass off to Gonzalez. A 2-3 zone look for the Trojans on this sequence. Boshears to Rogers. Back to Skylar Boshears. Gets to the free throw line. Met by 2. The Eagles reverse it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez off to Weichel. 8 to shoot. Gonzalez looks, skips to Rogers. They go man. Gonzalez cuts inside, kicks it out. Boshears, 3 to shoot. Off to Rogers. Top of the key, 3. It spins in. Keely Rogers from downtown. Just her 3rd 3 of the year. And it gives Carson-Newman a 3-point lead. 100 seconds to play first quarter. Sometimes you see the unlikely candidates for 3-point shots in postseason play knock them down when they need it. Rogers beats the buzzer as McDowell picks her dribble up, kicks it out for Peyton Oliver. Oliver off the bounce to Sheridan, deep 2. Short, rebound, Weichel. Weichel pushes for Carson-Newman, who's up 3. Braylon into the corner for Gonzalez. Top of the key for Rogers, back to Weichel, top of the key. Braylon rips through, gets to the basket, running left-hand shot, blocked by Wilson. And McDowell and the Trojans back with it. McDowell the other way, not with numbers. Eurostep around Gonzalez to the rim for 2. Good take from Diamond McDowell. Determined drive. She's got 6 points and 4 rebounds in this first quarter. And Carson-Newman now leads just by a point with 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. Weichel off to Gonzalez. Maddie Knuckles hands back off to Gonzalez, who goes between the legs, backs down Oliver, spins around her, fades away, and hits. Difficult 2 for Emily Gonzalez, and it's 18-15 with a 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 3-point game. Sheridan throws it in. Wilson with great position. Knuckles went for the steal, didn't get it, and Wilson kisses it off the glass with her left hand. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds. Eagles by a point. Knuckles nearly turned it over. Sheridan swats it out with her left hand out front, and Weichel will inbound it for Carson-Newman. 22 seconds to play in the opening quarter as Lindsay Taylor returns for Carson-Newman. 22 seconds. Eagles with the 1-point advantage and can hold for 1 in the final shot attempt of this opening quarter. 15 seconds. Rogers goes into the painted area, kicks it into the corner to Gonzalez. Back to Rogers. She wants another 3. This is strong. And we've got a foul underneath. That's on Lindsay Taylor. And that's 2 fouls on Lindsay Taylor with 9 seconds to go in the first quarter. Free throws the other way for the Trojans. Well, that's developing for Carson-Newman. Taylor with 2 fouls for the Lady Eagles, going for that offensive rebound. Wilson boxed her out. And now Lindsay has to sit with those 2 fouls, and Maddie Knuckles returns. Well, 2 key players both sides as Anderson goes back to the bench. Jessica Cooper into the game for the Trojans. Also, Martina Radzika and Maggie Campbell come in. So a lot of reserves getting some action here late for Jonathan Barbary's squad to get some late rest for some of his starters who have played a majority of the minutes here in the first quarter. Nellie Wilson at the free throw line, averaging a double-double as well for the Trojans. Puts the first free throw up, and it gets the roll. Wilson just 47% from the line in this opening period, or for the season, but has her first point from the line this period. Bends the knees, puts the next one up, and it's off the left of the iron, but he gets the friendly roll. Anderson by a point, 9 seconds. Inbound to Boshier. Skyler gets near midcourt. Boshier skips to Gonzalez, goes behind the back. Nearly lost it, skips to Rogers. Keeley will fire with a second left it short, and the ball falls into the hands of the Trojans. That's how the first quarter wraps up. Both teams efficient offensively for the most part. 19-18. Eagles make 3 triples in 10 tries, but trail by 1 point after just making 2 of their final 10 shots in quarter number 1. It's Anderson 19 and Carson-Newman 18 as we head to the second quarter after these messages, and it's right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Anderson basketball on a 1-point lead as we get set for the second quarter here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, go reach for Domino's. Get a large 1-topping pie for $5.99 when you use your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's is the official pizza of Carson-Newman's Eagles. Martina Radzika steps back for a long 3. Back iron miss here. Ball swatted around. Wilson knocks Alvey to the deck. No call. Eagles playing down a player right now. Alvey now works back into the picture. Penland cuts to the basket and gets fouled on the cut in by Diamond McDowell. Free throws. It's actually caught on the floor.
Anderson foul on number 4, Diamond McDowell.
First on McDowell, the first on Anderson here in the second quarter. So 2 key players in that first quarter, Zamiah Passmore, Lindsay Taylor, both sitting on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Weichel baseline inbound to Knuckles. Eagles set it down the screen for Weichel, who comes off of it, thought about a 3. Drives into the painted area, steps back on Oliver, spins the jump shot out. Ball deflected into the corner. Radzika controls and lobs to Stafford to the backcourt. Stafford across the timeline, gets to the free throw line, stops, kicks it out. Peyton Oliver steps back, thought about a 3. Left hand bounce pass to Stafford, who crosses over and will reset out front. They look inside. Wilson the catch, powers through Knuckles, missed the right hand shot. Rebound, Tori Rutherford. Rutherford across the timeline, 60 seconds into the second quarter, neither side has scored. Rutherford to Penland, hands off Knuckles, and she traveled with it, tried to get around Wilson, and didn't put the basketball on the floor first before the 2 steps, and Carson-Newman commits a 3rd turnover. Just the 4th turnover of the game from either side. Both teams still looking for points here in the second quarter. Anderson with Stafford off to Martina Radzika. The junior guard finds Wilson right elbow. A high pass that Stafford controls. They go left block. McDowell backs down. Penland fades away off glass. Rolls off. Rebound. Michaela Alvey along the backside block. Outlet pass goes to Rutherford at midcourt. Torrey skips to Penland. Campbell gives it back to Torrey. Eagles work it to Michaela Alvey, right wing. Penland cuts into the painted area. Now comes off the knuckles, screen at the free throw line. Drives on Wilson, goes into the body. And goes out of bounds. Blocked out of bounds by Wilson. It stays with Carson-Newman. Torrey Rutherford will inbound for Carson-Newman at the right baseline. The Eagles have gone on another mini drought here, but so has Anderson in this second quarter. Rutherford, right baseline, still looking for an inbound. Now finds Wyko on the catch. Braylon gets into the paint. Thought about a free throw line shot. Now finds Alvey left wing to the baseline. Knuckles. Maddie Knuckles with 5 seconds finds Wyko. Wyko's got to go. 3 to shoot on the shot clock. Wyko off a screen. Gets to the elbow, floats it up, and it didn't hit the rim. Shot clock violation on the Lady Eagles. We're 2 minutes into the second quarter, and the score is the same as it was at the end of one. It's 19-18. Two of the best scoring offenses have gone cold, and the percentage is low right now. Anderson 38 and Carson-Newman 29. Stafford top of the key right-hand dribble. Chest pass to Peyton Oliver. Foul line extended to the right wing. Oliver rips through. Hasn't dribbled. Now finds Sheridan, who rips through, gets to the elbow. Alvey knocked it out of her hands, but after Sheridan traveled. Sheridan gives it back. Just the second turnover for the Trojans. And these second quarter woes continue for both sides. Nearly 2.5 minutes in now, and neither team has been able to put a point on the board in the period. Rutherford to the basket, backs down. Oliver shoots off glass and in. Lady Eagles wanted an and one for Rutherford. She makes the bucket anyway. She's got 5, and Carson-Newman's back up by 1. Stafford with the ball at the control for the Trojans. Off to Oliver, who gets more time with Passmore on the bench. They go to the block. McDowell backs down Penland. Here comes 2 defenders. McDowell plays through it. Missed the shot. Strong rebound, Campbell-Penland. Campbell-Penland walks across the timeline. Crosses over on Sheridan into the paint. Hands it off to Weichel. Free throw line shot. Swish. Braylon Weichel is back on the board. Made her first 2 shots. Missed 4 in a row, and now is back in the scoring column with 9 points now. And Carson-Newman's up 3. We're just over 3 minutes into the quarter, and Anderson hasn't scored in the period. Oliver catches, left-hand bounce to McDowell. McDowell to the bucket, out of control, took an extra step. Good defense by Campbell-Penland on the McDowell drive to the bucket, and with 6:40 to go in the second quarter, the Eagles get another defensive stop here in quarter number 2. Leading by 3 points as Rutherford races across half court. Now resets out front, gets a screen for Maddie Knuckles. Rutherford into the painted area, finds Weichel on the back cut. Missed the shot, rebound, Diamond McDowell. McDowell's got 6 boards and 6 points here in the opening half. 6:20 to go second quarter. Where will the offense come for Anderson right now? Stafford off a screen, gets cut off by 2 at the free throw line. Off to Sheridan, a long 3, swishes in. Ashlyn Sheridan with her second triple. Shoots 40%, and we're tied at 22. First bucket for Anderson in the second. Pick and pop. Knuckles is open for 3. Swish, and the answer. The freshman Maddie Knuckles delivers Carson-Newman's 4th triple. And the Lady Eagles back up by 3. We're just over 4 minutes into the second quarter. Stafford off a screen, gets to the basket, steps back, lobs it to Wilson. May have been a pass. Wilson controls. Oliver 3. Back iron. Stafford leaps for the offensive rebound. Second offensive board. Stafford wants to try. That one's no good. Rutherford the rebound. Torrey at the controls, skips it ahead to Weichel. Braylon in transition, met by Sheridan, kicks it out. Michaela Alvey's wide open. Here's a 3, right of the iron. Alvey tracks down her own miss, taps it to Knuckles for the left-hand layup, and it rolls around and in. What an effort play from Michaela Alvey to find Knuckles, who was in the right place at the right time, and the lead is 5. We're almost halfway through the second quarter, and a good second quarter defensive start for Carson-Newman. Only 3 Anderson points. Oliver right wing, met by Weichel, throws it inside to the block. Wilson backs down. Knuckles missed the shot, strong off glass. Rutherford the board. Torrey across half court to Campbell-Penland, right wing in transition. Bounce it to the baseline. Knuckles to the cutting Weichel. Weichel around. McDowell got rejected at the rim. Outlet from Wilson to Stafford. Good defense from both sides, says McDowell. And the Trojans go the other way. Oliver, right wing triple, swishes in. Peyton Oliver from downtown. Her 24th 3 of the year makes it a 2-point game. 4.5 to go. Rutherford to the baseline. Bounces it to Alvey. Alvey to Knuckles, who wants a second. Doesn't get this one. It's wide left. And the ball goes back out of bounds. And Carson-Newman gives it to Anderson. 27-25, 4:21 until the break. Carson-Newman and Anderson, two of the best scoring offenses, getting it done defensively. Neither side shooting above 40%, but it's the Lady Eagles by 2 as we hit a media break here in Rock Hill. We're back on the Eagles Sports Network after these messages. You're listening to Carson-Newman Women's Basketball, and it's right here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
All right, back here at the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center, Anderson, the 6 seed, battling with 3-seeded Carson-Newman in this South Atlantic Conference quarterfinal matchup. Andrew Rogers here with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Samaya Passmore back into the game with those 2 personal fouls. She runs the point for the Trojans. Sheridan throws it in. Wilson, the catch, the turn, the miss. Wilson goes back to work. Right-hand shot off glass is in. Extra effort for Nalaya Wilson to get her second bucket. On 5 tries, she's got 6, and Anderson ties it at 27 as Campbell Penland gets tripped up. Is it on Passmore? It is. 3 fouls on Zamaya Passmore. Tripped up Campbell Penland on her drive into the painted area. And Passmore was into the game for 20 seconds and commits a 3rd foul. So Passmore back to the bench, and Maggie Campbell steps into the game. Tori Rutherford will inbound right baseline. More foul trouble for Passmore and the Trojans as Rutherford looks, gets it into Skylar Boshears. Boshears dribbles out front. We're down to the final 4 minutes of this first half and a game tied at 27. Rutherford crosses over, Mbugwa into the game. Ruthie Mbugwa into the game for Carson-Newman as Alvey rips through, goes into the painted area, floats it up and in. Nice take by Michaela Alvey on the floater. She averages 8 points per game and has her first bucket here in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. 29-27, Eagles back in front, 3.5 to go until the break. Stafford crosses over. Alvey jumps the passing lane for the steal. Michaela Alvey the other way. Lobs to Rutherford. Errant pass. Rutherford has to track it down and reset. Eagles can't take advantage of the 2-on-1. Boshears the skip to Alvey, who floats another one up. It rolls off, and Mbugwa swats the rebound away from people underneath. And Maggie Campbell was the last to touch it underneath for the Trojans. 3:17 to go in the second quarter. Carson-Newman with it up 2. So Ruthie Mbugwa gets time on the floor for Carson-Newman to match the 6'4" Nalaya Wilson. Gives Carson-Newman more height. Rogers into the paint, kicks it out for Skylar Boshears. No Weichel on the floor as Boshears stops, misses. And we got a foul underneath. Good activity from Ruthie Mbugwa to leap into the air for the rebound and draw contact from Nalaya Wilson. First on Wilson, and Anderson's 3rd foul in the second quarter. Weichel returns for Tori Rutherford. And Mbugwa has only played in 1 game in the last 5 for the Lady Eagles. And in the 2 games against Anderson this year, did not play. Rogers hands off to Braylon Weichel. Weichel off at Mbugwa's screen, looks inside. Now to Rogers. Back to Braylon Weichel out front. Weichel crosses over on Sheridan. 8 to shoot. Nothing there. Weichel brings it back out. Rejects an Mbugwa screen. Gets into the lane. Kicks it out. Michaela Alvey. Catch and shoot 3. In and out. It spins out. Maggie Campbell the rebound. And Keely Rogers tied her up underneath. The possession arrow favors Carson-Newman. So extra life on this trip down for Carson-Newman. Relentless effort there from Keely Rogers to tie that basketball up with Maggie Campbell. Weichel lobs it out front to Skylar Boshears, guarded by Campbell. Boshears into the corner for Alvey. Alvey puts it on the deck to the basket. Left-hand layup off glass. No. Rogers tracks down the offensive rebound. Can't save it, though, as the ball rolls out of bounds into the second row. And Carson-Newman gives it back to Anderson. So Eagles got some excellent looks that trip down, but come up empty with 2:37 to go in the first half. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman's Athletics official online store at shopseeandeagles.com. They feature more than 1,100 products. Shopseeandeagles.com is the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. McDowell hands off. Stafford wants three and gets three. Brittany Stafford from downtown. Her first three-point attempt goes down. The Anderson Trojans are 4 of 8, and the lead for the Trojans is 1. Weichel off the screen wants the answer. Doesn't get it. Alvey had the offensive rebound. Lost it, though. And Maggie Campbell shovels the pass off to Diamond McDowell. McDowell in transition around him. Mbugwa to the rim and one. Ruthie Mbugwa tried to get around McDowell, but Diamond McDowell took it coast to coast for the bucket and one. And the Trojans have made 3 straight field goals to grab a 3-point lead. Elena Ekel into the game for the first time. She checks in for Maggie Campbell with 2 minutes to go in this second quarter. McDowell completes the 3-point play, and the Trojans have their largest lead of the opening half here with 2 minutes to play. Penla hands off for Michaela Alvey. Now to Weichel. Weichel around an Mbugwa's screen. Chest pass off to Alvey to Rogers. Keeley back to Braylon Weichel. Weichel's got 9 to lead Carson-Newman. Rogers sets the screen. Sheridan falls down. They go to the block. Ruthie Mbugwa through traffic. Kicks it out. Alvey deep 2. Eagles needed it and got it from Michaela Alvey. 8 shot attempts for Alvey. Just her second bucket. She's got 4 and the deficit down to 2. That ends a 6-0 burst from Jonathan Barbary's squad on the Anderson side. Ekel throws it inside for Wilson. Doesn't make it off glass. Rebound flutters to Braylon Weichel, her 4th board. Braylon in transition, hands off for Alvey, steps into a jump shot, deep 2, rolls it again. Michaela Alvey with back-to-back mid-range jump shots, and the game is tied at 33. Final 60 seconds of this opening half in the final South Atlantic Conference quarterfinal on the women's side. Stafford crosses over around a screen, shoots and nails it. Brittany Stafford with the jump shot from the elbow. She's got 7. Eagles quickly the other way. Weichel the lob. Campbell Penland the catch in the 3. Campbell Penland from downtown. Her first bucket gives Carson-Newman the 1-point lead. Eagles with their 5th triple here in the opening half. 11-second difference. Shot clock and game clock. We're down to 30 seconds. So Weichel and the Eagles can get the ball back with a defensive stop and another possession. Sheridan's open. Corner 3. Not the answer. Rogers the board. And Elena Ekel underneath commits the foul for Anderson going for the rebound. Her first, the team's 4th foul with 21 seconds to play until the break. So Carson-Newman with the 1-point lead and the basketball. Good response for Mike Mincy's group after Anderson made 3 straight. The Eagles have made 3 straight to lead by a point. Weichel across the timeline, guarded by Ashlyn Sheridan. 10 seconds in the half. Weichel backs down Sheridan to the top of the keys. Comes off a double screen. Weichel shoots from the elbow. It's strong. And Mbugwa active on the glass. Saves it to Alvey. Alvey at the buzzer. No good. They're going to say Alvey didn't get the shot up anyway. And that wraps up the opening half. 36-35. Carson-Newman up by 1 point despite shooting 36% from the field and 31 from 3. Lady Eagles made 5 triples, led by Braylon Weichel, who has 9 to pace Carson-Newman. McDowell 9 and 7 for the Trojans. We've got a good one in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. 2 of the best teams battling here in the Southeast region. We'll step aside for a break. The halftime report heads your way after these messages here on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopCNEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how,
dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
It's halftime. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard are headed your way.
Smith, right wing, three-pointers, up, it's in! Potentially a dagger for CN!
Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watrang.
Glad to have you back inside of the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. Carson-Newman leads Anderson in the third meeting this year. This one comes in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. It's 36-35. At the end of half number one, Lady Eagles score 18 points in both quarters to get the 1-point lead. Carson-Newman trailed by one at the end of the first quarter, held Anderson scoreless for the first 4+ minutes of the second quarter to grab the early lead. Eagles led by as many as 5 in the second period. Anderson responded, though, got it within 4, and actually led by 4, I should say, late in the second quarter before Carson-Newman made 3 of its final 4 shots to grab the 1-point advantage at halftime here inside of Rock Hill's Sports and Event Center. Braylon Weichel got out to the quick start. She makes 3 of her 11 shots, made her first 2, but since then has gone 1 of 9 from the field and is 3 of 11 for the game, 9 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of free throws, and 1 triple for Carson-Newman. The Eagles made 5 triples. Got 1 from Tori Rutherford, who had 5 points and 4 rebounds. Got 1 from Maddie Knuckles, who had 5 points off the bench. Keely Rogers hit a 3-pointer with the shot clock expiring. She has 4 points. Michaela Alvey with 6 points. A couple of mid-range jump shots for her, along with 4 rebounds to help Carson-Newman's offensive attack. The Lady Eagles shoot 36%, 31% from the field, or 31% from 3, 36 from the field, and got 3 of their 4 free throws to fall through. Eagles plus 3 on the glass, minus 6 points in the paint, plus 2 in transition buckets as well. No player in the game is in double figures, despite both teams getting in the mid-30s, scoring at the first half. McDowell with 9 and 7 points, 9 points, 7 boards, rather, for Diamond McDowell, who basically played every second of that first half. Brittany Stafford right there beside her with 7 points on 3 of 6 shooting, and the guard hit a triple. Ashlyn Sheridan, 3 of 5 from the field, and knocked down 2 triples. Remember, Sheridan, an efficient 3-point shooter, but only made 23 triples all year. In fact, when you go through, she's only made 2 triples this year in just a handful of games. This is the 4th time, or rather 5th time, she has made multiple triples in a game this year. In fact, she hasn't missed a 3-pointer since February 24th. She's made her last 5 3-pointers dating back to February 24th's loss to Wingate. So Sheridan continues to shoot well from long range. Peyton Oliver hit a 3 off the bench, and Zamiah Passmore, the storyline for Anderson. She's got 3 personal fouls in that first half. Only played 8 minutes. That's an all-second-team player that only played 8 minutes and was a non-factor for Anderson. She had 2 points, 2 rebounds, no assists, and again, averages 16, 5, and 7. Has had great games against Carson-Newman as well, but was plagued on the bench for Jonathan Barbary's squad. But so was Lindsay Taylor for Carson-Newman. Taylor with 2 points, no boards, 1 of 3 from the field in just 7 minutes after she picked up 2 early personal fouls. So both teams have had to navigate some foul trouble at half number 1. 36-35. Carson-Newman leads at halftime this year. The Lady Eagles are 18-4 when leading at halftime. The Lady Eagles in control, leading for the 23rd time this year at the break. 36-35. We'll continue on with the halftime report here inside of the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. We'll tell you how the South Atlantic Conference tournament has gone here on the women's side, and be back for the second half. That comes your way when we return here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the...
Your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopSeeAndEagles.com scoreboard update. Now, back to the arena.
We welcome you back to Rock Hill, South Carolina, halftime in quarterfinal number 4 here in the South Atlantic Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. It's 36-35. Carson-Newman the 1-point advantage, which tell you how the conference tournament has gone. Remember, the new format, so all these quarterfinal games normally would be at host sites. The higher seed would get the hosting of this quarterfinal round, but a new format gives all 3 rounds in the quarterfinals. It's Catawba winning in the 1-8 matchup over UVA-Wise yesterday afternoon. Catawba won 96-78 in that first quarterfinal game. That was followed by Lenore Ryan and Coker, the 2 seed against the 7 seed Cobras, who led late, but a 13-3 run in the final 5 minutes for the Bears helped Graham Smith's squad prevail by 5 points, 62-57. Now the Bears sit here inside the arena awaiting the winner of this one between Carson-Newman and Anderson. Earlier today, the game before ours was the 4-5 matchup. The 4-seed Wingate battled Lincoln Memorial, and actually, despite it being a 3-point Wingate win, the Bulldogs led for most of the game, controlled a lot of it. LMU went on a late run, got within 1 point, but never led in the game. And ultimately, the Bulldogs, despite not making a basket in the final 8 minutes, prevailed in the 4-5 matchup. So that's how we've gotten to all chalk in the South Atlantic Conference on the women's basketball side here in this South Atlantic Conference tournament. Carson-Newman's men's basketball team will play right after this contest. They're the first quarterfinal of the men's side later this evening. The Eagles get the rivalry matchup at a 4-5 game with the Tusculum Pioneers. You can listen to that one, of course, right here on the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier will have the call here from Rock Hill as Chuck Benson's squad is back in the South Atlantic Conference tournament, hoping for a long stay in Rock Hill. Mike Mincy's team here on the floor, warming up for the second half, have a 1-point lead heading into the second half. The two clubs, Anderson and Carson-Newman, have split in the regular season. Who takes the decisive third game in this series? We'll find out together as we get set for the second half. We'll take one final break and bring it to you after these messages right here along the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, losing her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, three from Bergstrom is up and good! As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers back here with you in Rock Hill, South Carolina. The final South Atlantic Conference women's basketball quarterfinal matchup features the 3-seed Carson-Newman and the 6-seed Anderson. The second half gets about underway. Two of the best teams in the Southeast region colliding here in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. This is the best women's basketball conference in the Southeast region. The Peach Belt and Conference Carolina certainly have some quality teams, but top to bottom, there is no better league than the South Atlantic Conference. Five of the first six spots in the NCAA's regional rankings last week were from the South Atlantic Conference, two of which are on the floor right now, in the 2-seed Anderson in those region rankings and the 4-seed Carson-Newman. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. Carson-Newman tied up Anderson there late in the first half, so the Trojans will start with the basketball, moving right to left on your radio dial. Carson-Newman left to right. Stafford at the controls, Zamaya Passmore and Lindsay Taylor, two players plagued by first half foul trouble on the floor to begin half number 2. Wilson right to work against Taylor, finds a cutting Passmore to the rim, and she floats it in and through. Anderson executes to begin the second half, and AU leads by 1. Passmore playing with 3 personal fouls. Weichel around to Lindsay Taylor's screen. Leaves it off for Alvey, who stops at the elbow, missed the shot short. Rebound secured by McDowell. She outlets it to Passmore. Just the second bucket for Zamaya Passmore. She throws it in. Wilson spins around Taylor, shoots a shot off glass. It rolls off. Taylor the board and got knocked down by Brittany Stafford. Foul called underneath. Second on Brittany Stafford. First foul of this third quarter comes with 9 minutes and 21 seconds to play. In this third quarter, we're 40 seconds in. Rutherford walks it across with Carson-Newman down a point. Torrey skips to Michaela Alvey, left wing touch now to Taylor. Taylor quiet, just the one basket in that first half. Weichel inside the arc. Dribbling, bounces it now, right block for Taylor, out to Alvey. Late closeout, here's a 3. It's an air ball. And rebound never gets touched. We're 60 seconds in. Carson-Newman's empty on its first 2 trips. Down the floor here in the third. Anderson 37, Carson-Newman 36. Eagles are 34% from the field. Zamaya Passmore dribbles at the top of the key, crosses over, tries to get around Rutherford, shoots it off glass, wild shot, spins out. Wilson saves the inbound, and Rutherford's got it going the other way. Torrey doesn't have numbers, hands it off. Weichel gets in the lane, back to Rutherford. Rutherford skips it. Campbell Penland's wide open. Top of the key, 3. Line drive swish for CP. Carson-Newman's on the board in the third quarter. Rutherford, the point guard, finds the shooter Penland. As Wilson goes the other way, long catch, backs down. Taylor goes around her, missed the shot. Taylor, the defensive rebound. Good defense by Taylor without fouling. In transition, Campbell Penland inside the arc, hands it off for Michaela Alvey. Alvey skips to Weichel, left wing, Eagles by 2. Alvey lobs it in. Taylor, the catch, the left hand layup goes through. LT with her second bucket. It's 41-37. 2 minutes into the third quarter. Good response after Anderson executed a set to begin the third quarter. The Eagles have scored back-to-back buckets to lead by 4. Wilson works it to Sheridan, left wing, guarded by Michaela Alvey. They look inside for Wilson. To McDowell, top of the key. McDowell will shoot the 3. Back iron missed. Lindsay Taylor up into the air for the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Tori Rutherford. Rutherford dribbles to the top of the key. Hands off for Braylon Weichel. 1 dribble. A 3-pointer. Rolls off the front of the iron. Carson-Newman's crowd behind the bench would have erupted had that gone down. Pass more behind the back. Dribbled it off her foot. Taylor comes up with it. Hand off to CP. Campbell Penland. Bounce pass into the lane. What a filthy look. Penland to Alvey for 2. And it's a 6-point Carson-Newman lead. What a great pass from Campbell Penland. It was a one-handed pass with her right hand to the cutting Alvey for 2. Alvey with 8 points for Carson-Newman, a 7-0 burst. 3 minutes into the third quarter. Stafford around a Wilson screen. Pops from the elbow. Missed it. Alvey the box out of the board. Numbers the other way. Alvey, determined drive to the cup. Right hand layup, no good. And she's bumped and fouled by Nellie Wilson. Good activity from Michaela Alvey. Cuts and scores the last bucket for Carson-Newman. Grabs her 5th rebound on one end. Goes 94 feet to the cup the other way. And gets 2 free throws with Carson-Newman up by 6. Alvey with 8 points. Has taken 11 shots. Has made 4 of them so far. 0 for 4 from long range. Gets her first trip from the stripe. First one is up and it swishes in for Mack. Alvey had a season-high 17 against Anderson in Carson-Newman's win just a couple of weeks ago. And has 9 right now. 4 of her last 5 have gone in single digits, and she's back into double figures, makes both free throws. It's a 9-0 burst for Carson-Newman's Lady Eagles to lead by 8. 6:38 to go in the third quarter. Pass more to the elbow for Wilson. They throw it in. Alvey deflects it away from Sheridan. Good activity, both ends of the floor for Michaela Alvey to swat that ball away from the cutting Sheridan. 6:33 to go. It'll be a baseline inbound for Passmore as the official has to go retrieve the basketball that rolled all the way back to the locker room. Passmore now has the ball and lobs it to the elbow, but Taylor swats it away and tracks it down. What activity in the steal for Lindsay Taylor. Alvey to Campbell Penland, thought about the 3 and traveled with it. Penland commits Carson-Newman's 5th turnover, so the Taylor steal wiped out because of Penland's travel. 6:24 to go in the third. Carson-Newman by 8 points. It's 45-37 thanks to a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Wilson fakes the handoff to McDowell, skips to Stafford, right wing, who gets to the free throw line, shoots and missed it, back of the iron. Alvey tracks down the rebound. Outlet goes far side for Penland. Campbell across the timeline, gets into the painted area all the way to the rim. Right hand layup, doesn't get the roll. McDowell swats the rebound to Stafford at the free throw line, and Brittany goes the other way. Stafford bounce pass. McDowell, the layup, left it short. Stuffed herself on the layup. Penland the board. Campbell inside, bounce pass. Taylor, the catch, and the deuce. 11 straight for Carson-Newman, and Anderson needs time. Lady Eagles have their largest lead of the afternoon. It's 47-37 with 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the third. Activity on one end for Carson-Newman pays off on the other. Penland to Taylor has Carson-Newman up by 10 with 5:45 to go in the quarter. We're back to Rock Hill after these messages. You're listening to Carson-Newman Women's Basketball. It's right here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production service.
East Tennessee Electrical Contracting Source.
The scoring drought for Anderson is 4 minutes, and Carson-Newman scored 11 points during the stretch, and it's 47-37. Wilson, the high post catch, backs down Taylor, goes glass and scores. Nellie Wilson, 3 of 10 now from the field. She shoots 54% from the field, and gets her third bucket there to end the 4-minute drought for the Trojans. 47-39, 5:20 to go in the third. Alvey lob for Taylor, top of the key. Penland looks and dribbles off a Taylor screen, gets to the baseline around Wilson, uses glass and missed the shot, but Wilson bumped her from behind. Nalaya Wilson picks up her third personal foul on Campbell Penland's drive to the basket. And CP will head to the free throw line to shoot a couple for Carson-Newman with the Eagles up by 8. Eagles 5 of 6 from the free throw line so far. First one is up, and it's in for Campbell Penland, who is a lifetime 83% free throw shooter. This year has dipped that percentage down to 74%. Only 46 attempts, though, for the junior from Sevierville. Gets the second one to rattle in, and it's 49-39. Almost halfway through the third quarter, and Carson-Newman's trying to grab onto this one. Wilson at the free throw line, dribbles, now picks it up, needs help, thought about the shot, now lobs to McDowell. McDowell around his screen, goes to the bucket. Penland ripped her on the way up, but a foul called. They get Penland for the personal, swiping down on McDowell's drive in. That's her first, and the team's first of the third quarter. Free throws coming for Diamond McDowell as we break here in Rock Hill. 49-39. The 10-0 run has given Carson-Newman a 10-0 lead. A 10-0 lead, I should say. 49-39 as we break here in the third. We're back for more women's basketball action here on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small
planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodmen protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodmen. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodmen. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodmen Financial Planning.
49-39 here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Diamond McDowell, the all-league player, has 9 points, has not scored after halftime, and now gets an opportunity to change that with free throws with 4:55 to go in the third quarter. First one hits the front of the rim and rolls through. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, and mobile app services. Laser focused is InterDigital on your success. McDowell made the second free throw. Carson-Newman threw it away. Stafford stole it at half court, but then the pass from Stafford to McDowell into the corner was mishandled as the Trojans show some full court pressure for the first time all afternoon. Rutherford dribbling around 2 defenders, launches all the way down. Taylor's wide open, bounces it to Alvey for the left-hand layup. Well executed set for Carson-Newman to break the pressure. Rutherford, the full court heave to Taylor, who finds Alvey for 2, the lead back to 10. 51-41, 4:25 on a rolling third quarter clock. Stafford to the top of the key. Skips it to Sheridan, who had a good first half, made 3 of her 5 shots, but hasn't made anything second half. Wilson spins through 2, fades away, missed the shot, and a foul call. Lindsay Taylor commits the foul, her third. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third, and the foul on Taylor sends Wilson to the line. First one for Wilson as Carson-Newman's crowd didn't like it, and Wilson misses the free throw short. The official signal to the scorer's table it was a bump by Taylor, and Wilson spun away from the defender. I think that's why Carson-Newman's fans were upset as Wilson misses both, but McDowell got the rebound, tracks it down in the far corner. McDowell needs help, skips it out front, a lob to Sheridan. AU doesn't make the free throws, but gets the possession here. Passmore, those 3 fouls, has been quiet. Dribbling out front, she has 4 points, wants a 3, missed it, Alvey the board. Alvey, 6 boards, dribbling across half court, skips it to Tori Rutherford, left corner. Tori dribbles, now picks it up, lobs inside for Taylor, right block. Lindsay to work around Wilson, goes glass and scores. Lindsay Taylor's got 8 points, and Carson-Newman's lead is 12, building on its largest lead of the afternoon. Stafford lob, Taylor intercepts the pass. Activity from LT on the defensive end as well. Penland in transition. Hands it off for Rutherford. Torrey looks, now skips it to Weichel out front. Braylon with 3:20 to go in the third quarter. With the right-hand dribble around a Taylor screen. Stops at the elbow, finds Alvey inside to Taylor. Taylor travels before backing down Nellie Wilson. As AU goes back to the bench, Peyton Oliver into the game to replace Brittany Stafford with 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Carson-Newman up by 12 points, 53-41. Have made 3 straight buckets while Anderson has missed 8 of its last 9. Peyton Oliver, right wing, looks, picks her dribble up, skips it, top of the key for Passmore, who gets bumped by Rutherford, who is going for the steal. 4th team foul on Carson-Newman, or check that, 3 team fouls on Carson-Newman. And the second on Torrey Rutherford comes with 2 minutes and 57 seconds to play in the period. Sheridan will inbound for AAU. Trojans have struggled in this third quarter, scoring 6 points so far. Passmore into the paint, kicks it out. Shooter McDowell from the corner. Banked it off the glass, no good. Rebound for Penland. Anderson is 2 of 11 from the field this quarter. Weichel, left wing dribble guarded by Diamond McDowell. Bounce pass into the corner. Alvey lobs to Taylor, who makes the catch, goes to work on Wilson. Doesn't score it, but is fouled by Nelia Wilson. And Wilson just picked up her 4th. Wilson with 4 fouls with 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Free throws coming for Taylor with Carson-Newman up by 12. And Jonathan Barbary has to send Jessica Cooper to the scores table, and she will check in for Nelia Wilson, who goes to the bench with 4 fouls and 8 points. Taylor to the line. First one is up, and it swishes in. LT has really worked on these free throws heading into this season. 67% this year for a career 59% free throw shooter. Misses the second one, splits a pair. The lead is 13 with 2.5 to go in the period. Anderson's going to make a comeback. Samaya Passmore has to be involved more in the offense. Just 7 shot attempts and only 4 points. Sheridan 3. Swish. She's made 3 triples in 4 tries. And Anderson ends a 2.5-minute scoring drought with a 3 from Sheridan. She's the first AU player in double figures. Alvey lobs in. Taylor, the catch, the stop, and the left-hand layup off glass. Lindsay Taylor's taking over the second half. She has 11 points for Carson-Newman, including the last 5. Sheridan wants another and hits another. Ashlyn Sheridan for 3. Her 4th 3 brings AU within 9. Alvey to the rim around McDowell. Right-hand layup goes through. Michaela Alvey, a determined drive to the rim. She is in double figures. Again, she's got 12 points. And Carson-Newman leads by 11. Passmore turns, shoots, misses off glass. Penland the rebound. Campbell's got 5 rebounds. Penland across half court. Picks her dribble up, bounces it to Weichel across the way at the right wing. Braylon in and out with the dribble, gets into the paint, bounces to Alvey, who cut to the rim. Can she save it? No, she doesn't. Falls out of bounds. And with 67 seconds left in the third quarter, Carson-Newman gives it back to Anderson on just its 8th turnover. Pass more quickly the other way to a rolling Cooper, who pump fakes, uses glass, and scores. Good sequence there. Pass more to Cooper, and it's 58-49. Alvey the other way. The crossover gets around Cooper, goes glass, and scores again. Michaela Alvey has 16 points, 2 off her career high, 1 off her season high, and Carson-Newman's back up 11. 52 seconds on a rolling third quarter clock. Cooper turns, shoots, and hits over Lindsay Taylor. Jessica Cooper with big buckets. She's got 4 in a row. Rutherford all the way to the basket. Gets cut off by Cooper. Dribbling into the corner is Rutherford. She's left wide open. 3-pointer rolls off. Cooper the board. Taylor and McDowell get shaken up behind the play. 3 on 4. AU has no numbers. Passmore goes inside. Spins on Rutherford. Taylor swats the shot, but a foul called. And that's 4 fouls on Lindsay Taylor. With 23 seconds left in the third, she was trailing the play and hit Cooper across the arm as Cooper went for the shot attempt. So Taylor exits. Maddie Knuckles into the game with 23 seconds left in the third quarter as Peyton Oliver is down right in front of the Anderson bench being attended to. She went down near midcourt before that sequence started, and now she's shaken up, and Carson-Newman will head to its bench here to huddle for a second as Oliver gets attended to with 23 seconds left in the quarter. They have taken a shot to the stomach after the sequence. The sub is going to be Brittany Stafford, so she returns to the lineup, and both teams will break the huddle here. With a sub in for Oliver, who is shaken up, seems to be okay. As Jessica Cooper gets free throws for Anderson, who's down 9, but has heated up offensively, has made 4 of their last 5 shots at the Trojans from the field. Jessica Cooper to the line with Carson-Newman up by 9, and Cooper has scored 5 in a row to make it 60-52. First points for Jessica Cooper from the free throw line since January 31st. Had only made 1 her entire season. Missed the second long rebound into the hands of Passmore, and she'll pull it out with the shot clock off. 60-52, double screen coming for Passmore with 10 seconds. She dribbles right off the screen, finds Stafford open corner 3, swish. 5 seconds, Eagles got to go quickly. 3 seconds, Rogers to Rutherford, 2 seconds. Rutherford at midcourt will launch, and it banks off, no good. So the offensive rebound at the free throw line pays off for AAU. They get a 3-pointer to wrap up the period to make it 60-55 as we get set for the fourth quarter of action. The Trojans make the final 6 points of the period to bring the deficit to 5. To the fourth quarter in our final South Atlantic Conference quarterfinal on the women's side. It's Anderson and Carson-Newman battling here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no...
Right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Final quarter about to get underway. One of the better teams in the Southeast region is going to go home on day 1 of the South Atlantic Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. 3-6 matchup. Carson-Newman the 3, Anderson the 6. Eagles ball out of the break. Weichel the jump shot deep 2 rolls off. Stafford the board, and the AU's got numbers. Stafford in transition pulls it out. Doesn't recognize numbers. Is open. Extra pass. Passmore atop of the key 3. No good. Back iron miss. Rebound deflected, and Weichel controls but traveled. Picked her back foot up. Didn't see the defender McDowell in front of her. And so despite the miss and the board, Michael's travel keeps it with Anderson 27 seconds into the third quarter. 5-point game. Carson-Newman led by as many as 13 in quarter number 3. Now only leads by 5. Cooper inside. Spins around Knuckles. Shoots off glass and scores. Jessica Cooper with 7 points in the second half. Hadn't made more than 1 basket in the entire season in a game, and has 3 here in the second half. Alvey strong off glass. Rebound deflected out by Anderson. It'll stay on this end of the floor with Carson-Newman. So how about Jessica Cooper? Has seen little minutes on the floor. 9 games played and has 5 baskets this year. 3 have come in this game now. Rutherford inbound to Weichel. Weichel steps back, thought about the free throw line shot, finds Alvey, right wing 3. It spins in. Michaela Alvey from downtown. When Carson-Newman needed it, Alvey delivers a new career high for Alvey as Passmore goes coast to coast for the layup to make it a 4-point game. Alvey's 3 canceled out by Passmore's deuce. 63-59, 8:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Rutherford top of the key, dribbling. Comes off a knuckles screen. Rutherford to the basket. Right-hand layup left. It's short. Rebounded by McDowell. Passmore the other way in transition. Stops, hesitates, kicks it out. Sheridan. She's already hit 4. How about a 5th? Ashlyn Sheridan has 5 threes. And it's 63-62. Carson-Newman holds a 1-point lead. Weichel to Alvey. Rogers to Knuckles to Alvey, right wing. Michaela looks, finds Weichel top of the key. Braylon off an ankle screen, gets the mismatch with Cooper, tries to go around her and does. Pump fake, shoots, missed the shot, got it back, missed it again, but got fouled underneath. Well, McDowell and Cooper, I think, both thought Weichel was going to make the layup. They didn't even go for the rebound. Weichel was the only one that knew she missed the shot, got it back and got fouled with 8:03 to go as Rutherford exits and Penland returns. And Weichel heads to the free throw line. Foul is on Cooper, her first. First free throw for Braylon Weichel swishes in. Carson-Newman's been strong from the line, 9 of 11, and leads by 2 points. Second one good for Braylon Weichel. She is in double figures with 10 points despite 3 of 15 shooting. Eagles have overcome that so far thanks to 19 points for Michaela Alvey and 7 boards. Stafford, right wing, picks her dribble up, throws it inside. McDowell on Knuckles, spins around. Knuckles blocked his shot, but a foul. Knuckles played wall-off defense underneath, but got enough of the arm, says the official underneath, to commit her first and the team's first foul of the fourth quarter. It comes with 7:50 left in the period, and Diamond McDowell will shoot free throws. 72% shooter, knocks down the first one. She's 4 of 4 from the stripe and has another double-double, 12 points now and 10 rebounds.
35th double-double of her career.
Next one up, and it rolls through. McDowell continues to add on to her 35th career double-double. It's 65-64. AU has rallied after trailing by as many as 13 to make it a one-point game here in Rock Hill. Penland, bounce pass for Knuckles, top of the key, hands it back to Campbell Penland. Penland spins, stops at the free throw line, spins again on Passmore, met by 2, throws it off the glass and gets the roll. Difficult shot from Penland, but it falls through. She's got 10 points. The lead is 3 points. Offensive foul. Zamaya Passmore just picked up her 4th personal foul on a drive inside. One official, I think, was going to call a blocking foul. The other one was going to call an offensive foul. The other one, the official at half court called an offensive foul. Passmore's got 4 and plays with them. 67-64. 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Weichel crosses over on Sheridan out front, dribbles to the corner, drives baseline around the sophomore guard, nothing there. Skips it out for Keely Rogers. Penland pump fakes, drives to the basket, easy right-hand layup all the way to the rim. Penland has 12 and Carson-Newman has scored 4 in a row to lead by 5. Stafford dribbles at the right wing with 6:50 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. Passmore to Sheridan's already hit 5 threes, a career high. We've got a foul underneath as Rogers was battling with Jessica Cooper for position. The foul on Rogers is her first and the team's second of the quarter. Peyton Oliver returns for Anderson to replace Zamaya Passmore here in this fourth quarter. So Passmore to the bench with those 4 fouls, only has 6 points and 5 assists in 21 minutes on the floor. Plagued with foul trouble and sits with 4 now. McDowell catches the inbound at the right baseline, or at the right elbow, lobs it into Cooper, battles through Rogers, throws it off the glass strong. Weichel the rebound. Braylon has 7 rebounds for Carson-Newman. Skips to Penland. Campbell pump fakes, drives inside, through contact, wild shot, no. Got her own miss, rips through, goes to the rim and scores. Campbell Penland with 14 points for Carson-Newman, and the lead is 7. 6 straight layups, or 6 straight points, 3 straight layups for Penland. Oliver catch and shoot 3 from the corner, buckets. Peyton Oliver from downtown, her second 3, and it's back to a 4-point game. 71-67, haymakers left and right from these two squads. Weichel into the corner for Alvey, trying to add on to a career high. This is strong. Rogers the offensive rebound. Extra life, and she'll hand off to Braylon Weichel out front. Mike Mincy puts the brakes on, he says. 5:40 to go fourth quarter. Nearly a turnover. Penland's got it top of the key. Spins around Oliver. Goes to the bucket. Pump fakes through Cooper. Missed the shot. Cooper's got it along the baseline. Throws it away. Knuckles the steal and a foul. McDowell took a shot as Knuckles stole the basketball from her. And it's in. Well, let's see. Now the officials are going to chat things over here. McDowell hit the deck. It's on Anderson's Diamond McDowell, her second. And Anderson's third team foul. 5:30 to go, fourth quarter. Eagles ball up 4. Despite Anderson making 4 of their last 5 from the field, inbound goes to the elbow for Weichel. Jab steps, gets met by 2, crosses over, splits 2 defenders to the rim. Left hand layup off glass. High degree of difficulty on Weichel's left hand layup. The lead is 6. Stafford thought about a drive inside, now dribbles it to the perimeter, skips to Diamond McDowell, top of the key. A ball fake for McDowell. A lob to Cooper, backs down Rogers, goes glass, missed it. Stafford fighting for the rebound. It flutters to Matty Knuckles. And Knuckles double dribbled. Trying to cross over around Diamond McDowell. Commits the turnover. Carson-Newman's 10th turnover brings us to a media break with exactly 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Carson-Newman leads by 6 points, has led the entire second half after Anderson made the first bucket after halftime. Eagles trying to hold on to a 6-point lead and get back to the South Atlantic Conference semifinals. We're back to Rock Hill after these messages. You're listening to Carson-Newman Women's Basketball, and it's right here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students.
Ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back to the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center, 73-67. Lady Eagles hoping to advance to the South Atlantic Conference semifinals, but have to get past a stingy Anderson as Ashlyn Sheridan with a rare miss from distance. Airballing it out of bounds. She has 17 points and is 5 of 6 from 3 so far. Misses that one now, 5 of 7, and Carson-Newman gets it back up by 6 with 4:45 to go in this fourth quarter. Weichel around to Rogers' screen. Still no Lindsay Taylor with those 4 fouls. Zamaya Passmore still on the bench with her 4 fouls as well. For Anderson, Weichel in and out hesitation dribble to the basket. Offensive foul. Braylon Weichel with an offensive foul trying to draw contact on Ashlyn Sheridan. And with 4:33 to play in the fourth quarter, Anderson gets it back down 6, and Zamaya Passmore returns. Passmore guarded by Michaela Alvey at the top of the key. Passmore limited to just 6 points so far. Gets the touch, right elbow, rips through, gets into the lane, hangs and hits. Zamaya Passmore has 8, and the deficit for Anderson's down to 4. Rogers brings it across for Carson-Newman and to Weichel. Braylon crosses over, picks her dribble up at the top of the key, and will hand it off for Keely Rogers. Rogers crosses over into the lane, kicks it out. Knuckles, corner 3. Rolls around, no good. Alvey, the offensive rebound. It's tapped out off of who? It's off of Carson-Newman. 3:56 to go in the fourth quarter. Anderson gets the favorable call there after the ball was knocked down. It looked like McDowell and Alvey both hit it maybe simultaneously, but regardless, it's AU ball down 4 with 3:50 to go in the fourth. Passmore dribbling at the right wing, crosses over, isolated with Alvey, goes to the cup, missed the shot, but got fouled on her way up. And with 3:44 to play, Passmore goes to the free throw line after Matty Knuckles commits her second, and the team's third here in the fourth quarter. Taylor and Rutherford return. Knuckles and Rogers to the bench. Passmore to the free throw line. 8 points for the all-league guard. The Landver transfer earned her All-SAC Newcomer of the Year, a new award given out by the South Atlantic Conference. Went to Zamaya Passmore after an incredible first year with the Trojans. The free throw rolls around and through. 73-70. Trojans have come within a point multiple times here in the second half, but have not led after that first bucket as Passmore makes both, and it's a 2-point game. 73-70. That is 73-71, 3:40 to go, fourth quarter, Eagle ball. Michael rips through at the right wing, crosses over, around his screen, gets to the lane, bounce feed, Alvey, back over to Taylor, but it was stolen by Wilson. A steal for Anderson, and they can take the lead with a 3. Stafford across half court, and Jonathan Barbary barks out a half-court set with his team down 2. Passmore hands off to Stafford, who gives it to Wilson, left elbow, off to McDowell, top of the key. Diamond McDowell, the first-teamer. Crosses, bounces it down low. Wilson the catch, the missed layup underneath with the right hand. Alvey the rebound. Skip it ahead, Rutherford, 3 minutes to go. Torrey will calm it down and bring it to Penland. Campbell steps back, thought about the 3, now gives to Weichel. Braylon dribbles, just 13 points for Weichel on 4 of 16 shooting. Rutherford, lob in, Taylor, the catch, the right-hand layup. Great find from Tori Rutherford. Her second assist is Taylor's 6th basket, and one of the most efficient players in the league has 13 to give Carson-Newman a 4-point lead. Underneath McDowell, the catch at the block, lost it on the way up, gets it back. Picks her dribble up, now finds Sheridan, deep 2s, an air ball. Wilson, the miss, puts it up over Taylor and in. Nellie Wilson tracks down the offensive rebound, and with 2:15 to play, it's back to a 2-point game. 75-73 in this SAC quarterfinal matchup. Alvey out front, throws it to the block. Taylor, the catch, backing down. Wilson goes glass, missed the shot. Alvey, another board. Eagles will reset. Michaela Alvey, 9 rebounds now. Penland picks her dribble up, finds Alvey, left wing, lob to Taylor, high post, back to Alvey, to the basket. She gets blocked. Wilson blocked it, out of bounds, off Alvey, and Anderson gets it back down 2. Good defense by Nellie Wilson. Anderson's 5th block as a team, and the Trojans back with it. A 3 can give them the lead. Zamaya Passmore has it at the top of the key. Off to Sheridan, left wing into the corner for Stafford. Stafford off the screen from Wilson, pops from 10, missed it short. Taylor the rebound. That's 4 boards for Taylor. And we're down to the final minute 25 with Carson-Newman up by 2. Weichel walks it across half court as Sheridan went for the steal. Weichel's around her. Braylon thought about the shot, will pull it out. 15 on the timer. Braylon crosses over with Carson-Newman up by 2. Picks her dribble up, finds Taylor. 8 to shoot. Taylor skips. Alvey, catch, shoot. 3. Got it! Michaela Alvey with a massive triple. Puts Carson-Newman up 78-73. Wilson, right block through Taylor, no, and a foul. And that's 5 fouls on Lindsay Taylor. 53 seconds to go, and Taylor fouls out of the game. 20 minutes on the floor for Taylor, 13 points, 4 boards. And Matty Knuckles will check in. 5-point game. It's 5-point game with 53.6 seconds to go. They put a couple of tenths back on it. As Nelia Wilson to the line. Struggled at the line, is 2 of 4 today and missed it wide left. Wilson only shoots 47%. So yes, Taylor fouls out, but it might be a good thing that Carson-Newman fouled her of all people, who struggles. But the Eagles off a miss here. Let's get the defensive rebound. Wilson dribbles the ball, puts it up, and barely grazed the iron. Stafford the offensive rebound. Out to Sheridan, top of the key, 3. Wide right, Stafford can't track down the miss and goes leaping into the third row. 47 seconds to go. Carson-Newman by 5. Michaela Alvey adding on to a career-high 22 points here in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. And no bigger triple than the one she just hit a moment ago that put Carson-Newman up 5. Peyton Oliver, Jessica Cooper into the game to replace Passmore and Wilson, who both have 4 fouls, and Mike Mincy will burn one of his 4 timeouts here with 47 ticks to go. Michaela Alvey delivers once again for Carson-Newman. She has had some excellent games this season. Was An assist shy of a triple-double against two-seeded Lenore Rhine on February 10th. Had 10 points, 16 boards, and 9 assists. Had 17 when these two teams met, 17 points and 11 boards when the two clubs met a couple of weeks ago at home for the Eagles. And today has reset her career high that she set against North Georgia on December 3rd of 2022 with a 22-point performance, 19 shot attempts. She's made 9 buckets. The 22 points a career high, the 9 made baskets a career high, the 9 shot attempts are a career high. A stellar day at the office for Michaela Alvey with her team hoping to advance to the SAC semifinals. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years is Magaha Electric, the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. You should visit magahaelectric.com for all your electric contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. 78-73, timeout over, and Carson-Newman will inbound in the front court. Maddie Knuckles will do the honors. The freshman tasked with this opportunity here, inbounding right in front of head coach Mike Mincy, gets it into Braylon Weichel. No foul immediately. Weichel now tapped on the arm by Jessica Cooper. Second on Cooper, and the fourth team foul, so Anderson has to foul at least one more time before free throws. As Anderson brings Passmore in, Wilson back in. Those two players have 4 fouls, so they won't want to be the ones to foul as Weichel gets the inbounds. Sheridan hasn't fouled yet. Weichel dribbles out front. 40 seconds, still dribbling. Now double team. Braylon picks her dribble up, and timeout called by Carson-Newman with 35.7 seconds to play. So the Eagles handle some pressure there. Weichel was doubled, picked her dribble up, and Mike Mincy burns a 30-second timeout with 35 seconds to go. 78-73. We're just getting started today here on the Eagles Sports Network. Chuck Benson's crew peering from the locker room, watching the Lady Eagles try to secure a berth into the South Atlantic Conference semifinals, and hoping his team can do the same. They'll tip off at 5 o'clock tentatively. Easy countdown to tip off with Adam Cavalier will start at 4:45 here on the Eagles Sports Network and on Mountain Talk 106.3. So out of the timeout, it's Maddie Knuckles, the freshman, on the floor, along with Campbell Penland, Michaela Alvey, Braylon Weichel, and Tori Rutherford. All fine free throw shooters. The freshman Knuckles will inbound again. Right in front of Carson-Newman's bench. Knuckles will throw it in. Alvey the catch. McDowell comes. Alvey gets around her. Goes to the basket. Left-hand layup. Got pushed into the stanchion and gets fouled hard. It'll be free throws for Alvey as McDowell commits her 3rd foul. Boy, that was a shove and a half here on the drive in. McDowell got beat off the bounce, and I don't think it was intentional to try to get her to go into the stanchion. And I think they did call an intentional foul. McDowell will check out after the foul. And Michaela Alvey will get free throws. No, Braylon Weichel will step to the free throw line, so the intentional foul will let Braylon Weichel shoot the free throws for Carson-Newman. With 31.4 to go. Weichel to the line. First one is up, and it swishes in. Weichel's got 14 points in a 6-point game. Weichel bends the knees, throws the second one up and through the strings. 15 points for Braylon Weichel. Michaela Alvey took the hard hit on the layup attempt, and now the Eagles will try to inbound again, up 7 with 31 ticks to go. McDowell to the bench after the intentional foul. Sitting on the end of it now for the Trojans. The inbound goes to Weichel. Sheridan hasn't fouled her yet. Weichel gets across half court and is now reached in by Sheridan. First on Ashlyn Sheridan, who's had a great game, 17 points and has made 5 threes, but now sees Weichel go back to the line where she's 6-for-6 today.
Still just a 3-possession game.
Weichel's been great at the line in her career. Rolls the first one through the iron and in. 87% this year for Carson-Newman's all-time leading scorer. In fact, has made Now as the next one goes through, she's 8 of 8 from the line today and has made 20 straight free throws. 82-73, 26 seconds to go in the basketball game. And Jonathan Barbary will burn a timeout and advance the basketball. Carson-Newman has scored the last 7 points in this game, 4 from the stripe from Weichel, but Michaela Alvey's three-pointer is why the Lady Eagles sit in this position. It was a 2-point game with just 90 seconds and counting to go, and Alvey delivered with a second triple today for her, adding on to a career-high 22 points. Alvey knocked it down, and that's what's allowed Carson-Newman to grab some late momentum to be up 82-73. Winner gets Lenore Ryan tomorrow afternoon, same time. It's a 2:30 tip here in the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. Bears held off a stingy Coker Cobras squad yesterday afternoon and secured a 5-point victory, trailed late, but went on a 13-3 run to get into the semifinals. Those Bears sit across the way, possibly seeing the Eagles in the next round. Eagles have work to do, up 9 with 26 seconds to go. For an Anderson squad that has made 9 threes in this game, 9 of 20, an efficient 9 of 20. And they'll have to shoot him down the stretch here. Passmore will inbound in front of AU's bench. Still looking, lobs in for McDowell, who makes the catch along the baseline, finds Cooper, who throws it up off glass, good and one, and Bugla fouled her on the shot. Jessica Cooper makes the 2. It's 82-75. As Maddie Knuckles will enter the game for Mbugwa. 82-75, 23 seconds to go. And Cooper can add on to a season-best performance. Left the free throw short. 2 players collide. Penland's got the board. Carson-Newman calls for time. They'll have 1 left. It's a 30-second timeout with 21 seconds to play in the game. Well, certainly it's not going to be the end of the road for Anderson. This is a quality Trojan squad. Should they end up losing this one by 7 points. Remember, they were the number 2 team in the Southeast region rankings last week, and the new ones actually just came out and were released. Carson-Newman slipped to 5. Lenore Ryan's the number 2 seed in the region now. Georgia Southwestern's 3, Anderson's 4, so don't expect Anderson by any means to slip out of the NCAA tournament conversation. Rarely will you see a team get ranked 2nd and fall all the way out of the rankings, despite losing to, in spite of losing to teams that are regionally ranked as well. Trojans should be dancing into the Southeast Regional after missing out last year. Maddie Knuckles will inbound for Carson-Newman. Again in the front court, McDowell will pressure the basketball. Eagles are 14 of 16 from the free throw line. As Knuckles gets it in immediately to Penland. She's doubled. Campbell is doubled. Tried to rip through the double team and got fouled. Got a timeout granted from the sideline with 18 seconds to play in the game. So Carson-Newman's out of timeouts now down the stretch. So they'll have to do it again after no foul from Anderson in just 18.4 seconds to play. 82-75. It's the 3rd straight year these two clubs have met in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. The 2nd straight year it's come in the quarterfinals with Carson-Newman as the higher seed. And today it's been the Eagles, especially with a late rally, who have not trailed since an early bucket in the 3rd quarter from Zamaya Passmore to control this second half and have a 7-point lead. Knuckles inbound into the backcourt. Weichel can go and get it, and does. Met by a double, trying to dribble away from it. 15 seconds. Weichel gets across half court. Still dribbling along the sideline. Looking. Doubled. Hasn't got rid of it yet. And is fouled along the sideline. No, jump ball is called. With 7.6 seconds left, the arrow gives it back to Anderson.
Jump ball. Trojan basketball.
82-75. Inbound for the Trojans. They didn't foul. Stafford's got it. 5 seconds. And Anderson will burn a timeout with 5.5 seconds to play. And the ball advancing into the front court. So Anderson's going to need a massive rally late here. Both these teams burning a lot of their timeouts down this stretch. There was always good tempo to this one. And hoping these late timeouts can maybe draw something up late for Anderson to get a basket. (82-75). With 5.5 seconds to play. Inbound will come from Zamiah Passmore in front of the AU bench. They have to go extremely quick. They're trying to get 7 points in 5 seconds, or Carson-Newman's going to advance. Passmore still looks. Now gets it into Sheridan. The catch, shoot three from the top of the key. Misses, backboard strong. Passmore the board. She'll throw it up. Miss it. And that's the ball game. Carson-Newman wins it 82-75 behind a career-high 22 points from Michaela Alvey on 9 made baskets. Mike Mincy's squad is back to the South Atlantic Conference semifinals. Eagles improved their quarterfinal record to 19-5. A strong second-half performance for Carson-Newman's Lady Eagles. They score 46 points after halftime and only trailed after the first bucket of the third quarter. Quality work from Mike Mincy's group in a 7-point win over the highly rated Anderson Trojans. Final score, once again, 82-75. Carson-Newman is into the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. It's all chalk on the women's side. Eagles will meet Lenore-Rhine tomorrow afternoon. Eagles by 7 points. We'll recap it together with the Domino's post-game report, which comes your way after these messages. You're listening to Carson-Newman Women's Basketball, and it's right here on the Eagles Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The game's over, but we're just getting warmed up. The Domino's post-game report starts in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Right wing three, Alvey Cash. Michaela Alvey.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Mike Mincy, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning. Plus, the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and Food City Player of the Game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
What an offensive performance for Carson-Newman. The percentages were low early on in the contest, especially both ways. But Carson-Newman shoots 52% after halftime to score 46 points and run away from Anderson with an 82-75 victory here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Lady Eagles are on to the South Atlantic Conference semifinals. They'll take on Lenore-Rhyne same time tomorrow. 2:30 from Rock Hill, South Carolina. 82-75 the final as Carson-Newman wins over Anderson in game number 3 between the two squads this season. This is the Domino's post-game report. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, you should reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Or get 25% off your entire order when you bring in your business card at lunch. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Well, excellent performance all around for Mike Mintz's squad, who's back in the SAC semifinals, and history has paid off, at least recently, when Carson-Newman makes it to the South Atlantic Conference semifinals and the Eagles get past the quarterfinal round. They've had success. You go back to 2022 when the Eagles won the SAC title. That's the last time they won the quarterfinal matchup. Certainly that paid off when the Eagles beat the Trojans by 25 in the title game that season, 83-58. The year before that was another quarterfinal loss, and it's only been one time since 2020 the Lady Eagles have lost in the semifinal round in general. So certainly high hopes for Carson-Newman as this team heads on and wins it 82-75. Behind Michaela Alvey's 22 points, a career high for Michaela Alvey in this contest. To make it a 9 of 19 night, career high gives her 2 3-point baskets. In part to the 22-point effort at home for the victory here in the SAC quarter. Finals, Eagles go 43% from the field and did not get a great performance all around from 3 or from Braylon Weichel. 17 points for Weichel, 33% from the field, but ultimately Carson-Newman does enough with a second half performance to get the job done. We're now joined by head coach Mike Mintz here on the Domino's post-game report. Coach, pretty strong second half performance. Anderson took the lead with the first bucket of the third quarter, but you never trailed the rest of the way. Some timely executed sets down the stretch. What did you see from your team to hold off, but also stay in control for a lot of that second half to get the victory?
Well, there was foul trouble on both sides. Obviously, them with Nelly and with Passmore, and certainly us with Lindsay. That changes the narrative of the game a little bit when you have foul trouble like that. I think we came out in the third quarter and got out in transition much better than we did in the first half, and got some buckets near the rim. Certainly made some, like you said, timely shots. Made free throws down the stretch. We've seen earlier this year at times where we squandered things away, or we didn't defend the right way, or we've had untimely turnovers, and today we just did a much better job of playing all the way through and securing a big win over a very good basketball team. I've talked about it many times. They're not a 6 seed. They are, but they're not in our conference. They're 4 in our region or whatever they were ranked, and so they're a tough out in this tournament, and they're going to certainly be a tough out next week in the NCAA tournament.
If I would have told you Braylon Weichel gets below her season average, only makes 4 of 16 shot attempts, and then you hold Diamond McDowell and Zamaya Passmore below their season averages, you think, well, who is winning this game? But you had role players that stepped up, in particular Michaela Alvey, 22 points, but no bigger bucket than the three-pointer she hit when Anderson was down 2. They don't score. You guys do, though. What did you see from your junior guard who continues to step up and make plays? We've seen it all year, but it was really important that she did it today.
Yeah, that 3 was huge, and a lot of her play was huge, but she does it all over the floor. So it's not surprising that you see her put points on the board. And she was huge in the first half, certainly in the second half there. Just making plays. I don't know them all, got to the rim and things of that nature. And she's just the type of kid we can't take out of the game. She's just making all kinds of plays. And I think she had probably her best game to date was the last Anderson game at home, the way she finished that thing out. And certainly today was a great performance. Never playing here before, new format. Great to get a win on day 1 of the tournament.
How important was points in the paint? You're +4 there. That was that was an area in the first 2 meetings where Anderson was able to outscore you, but you get more points in the paint, despite Lindsay only playing half the game with those foul troubles and eventually fouling out. So how important was your defense inside to limit their paint points, but also to outscore them and be efficient inside?
One of the things that we realized had killed us, especially in the 2 games we played in the regular season, Passmore had 28 and 20. Going back and statting that, a lot of those were paint points or layups. Certainly McDowell with her size, I don't blame her. That's where I'd want to get my points too. So we knew that if we wanted to have a chance of winning, we weren't going to stop them, but we had to try to limit them as much as we could by getting paint points. And I think for the most part we did okay. It helps when Passmore gets in foul trouble in the first half, plays like 6 minutes. That takes her out. I think she hit 1 bucket in the first half. I don't know what she finished with, 4, but, she's kind of the head of that snake, so to speak, in my opinion, one of the best guards in our league. And so holding her to 4 buckets in her 25 minutes of action was huge. I can't say enough about them. They knew what we had to do. And I think today was just our day. We're fortunate to come away with a win against a good opponent, and certainly happy to stay one more day at the tournament.
Certainly, the way you put it too, you knew this wasn't this was not a quarterfinal team that you were playing. It's more of a semifinal, even a championship type feel of a game. As you head into the semifinals, you get Lenore Ryan, the number 2 seed. What's it take to get ready to play another high-level game, maybe back-to-back semifinal games for that matter, against another quality opponent?
That's now that we've won, that's kind of what we want. When you talk about like strength of schedule for next week, obviously our strength of schedule takes a huge leap because of playing someone like Anderson. Where's LR? 2? Playing number 2 team in the region tomorrow. And that's what you like, if you win. If you lose, you're like, dang, I wish we had played them. But we knew coming over here is going to be step at a time, day by day. Let's try to get this one. Let's move to the next one. LR's a good team. They're number 2 in our conference and number 2 in our region for a reason. They just win games, and we'll have to get prepared. But it's somebody we've seen twice. They've seen us twice, so there's not going to be a whole lot of surprises, I don't think, coming into that game.
Congrats on the 7-point win. We'll talk to you tomorrow in the semis.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's Carson-Newman head basketball coach Mike Mincy. His post-game thoughts brought to us by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Now it's time to talk to our Food City player of the game, Michaela Alvey. Here with us on the Domino's post-game report, I'm Andrew Rogers for the Eagles Sports Network. Michaela, another season-high performance, career-high today against Anderson. You reset your season high a couple weeks ago when you had 17. Today, 22 points, a massive triple down the stretch late as well. Walk me through those late moments, especially in the game when you needed baskets to stave off the Trojans. You knocked it down from the right wing.
Shout out to my players and to my teammates and Coach Mincy and Coach Dusty, and especially Rebecca for keeping my body in one piece. Without my teammates, I wouldn't be able to get those open shots that were really big mostly in the second half. I think that they were in foul trouble. They were in foul trouble a lot, so they really didn't want to foul when we would drive. So I think just driving, them not fouling us, it gave us easy layups.
You've been a big part of this team's rebounding efforts all season long. You're plus 11 on the glass today. and you grab a team-high 9 rebounds in this game against 2 quality front court players than they have in Wilson and McDowell. What was the difference on the glass for you guys to be able to be effective there, but also score efficiently in the paint as well?
Yeah, I think something big playing Anderson is not letting them get second chance points, and I think we did pretty good. You know, they had a couple at the end, but for the most part, we stopped them getting points, you know, after that first shot, which is really big because that's when they do end up scoring. So I think, you know, getting those rebounds, pushing it fast because they got pretty tired, I think. So pushing it fast and being able to make those shots that we're able to make helped us come out with a win.
Braylon Wyko doesn't have as an efficient of a game as you guys are accustomed to seeing from her. Only had 16, made 4 shots and 16 tries, but you, Campbell Penland, Lindsay Taylor in limited time, all stepped up. How important are those moments for the others around your leading scorer, Braylon Wyko, as this tournament, but also in the postseason progresses to have games like that and the confidence to build?
Yeah, I think it's huge, especially when the other teams are trying to shut Braylon down. I believe that it's really big for us as her teammates and anybody else to step up, you know, to do what she's not able to do at the moment. I think just having her back and working as a team, you know, pitching it off to everybody to have a role is really important.
Quick turnaround one day, and really less than 24 hours from now, you're going to get Lenore Ryan. You've seen them twice this year. You've split the 2 regular season meetings. What's it take to get ready for the Bears on a short turnaround?
I think, you know, getting ready for what's to come. They're probably going to play a zone most of the time, and we've talked about them. They've created some kind of like run and jump press, so just being aware of that. I think, you know, rebounding, like I said, getting those steals, not turning it over against their zone because that's what we had trouble with at LR. I think, you know, cutting to the middle and just sharing the ball to find the open man will be crucial for a win tomorrow.
Congratulations on a career-high 22 points.
Thank you.
That's Food City Player of the Game, Michaela Alvey, here on the Eagle Sports Network. Wins it by a final score of 82-75. Alvey's 22 points paced Carson-Newman to this South Atlantic Conference quarterfinal victory here inside Rock Hill, South Carolina. We're just getting started here from Rock Hill. 7-point Carson-Newman victory. Alvey with 22, 4 double-figure scores paced the way for Carson-Newman. We'll step aside for one more final break. Count the AEC countdown to tip-off for the men's side comes your way after these messages here on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Carson-Newman is on to the South Atlantic Conference women's basketball semifinals. 82-75, the final score from Rock Hill, South Carolina. The Eagles get the number 2 seed, Lenore-Ryan, tomorrow afternoon. We'll do it at the same time, 2:30 tip-off from the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center. We're on the air at 2:15 with the AEC countdown to tip-off. Once again, the final score, 82-75. Carson-Newman wins by 7 points. Stay tuned. Carson-Newman men's basketball in the quarterfinals of the SAC tournament heads your way after these messages here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
You've been listening to Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. The Inner Digital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Ian Johnson, Andrew Drizzy Rogers, Mia Toribio, Caitlin Jones, and Ryan I Love the Herd Wilkes. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagles Sports Network.